Yo, what's up, gang? It's your boy Poke Trainer Tyson here, and we do have some new stuff to talk about today. Um, we have the Team Rockets Multi CX Premium Collection, new set reveal in Mega Dream, and then we'll take a look at these starter decks that are coming out in Japan. Um I'll talk about them from a collectory, investory standpoint at first, and then as far as when we get into singles, we'll talk about maybe some cards that are important because they are playable. But yeah, let's hop into the news. So we got the Team Rockets Moltres EX Ultra Premium Collection coming out on Black Friday at GameStop. I wonder with this timing if there will be any good sales for or anything that's tailored to pros that you can use to make this a good at a even better price than it is. I actually don't even know if they have a price in here. No, there's no price in this, but they do have the pack selection. So it looks like two Destined Rivals, two Journey Together, some Temp Force. Is it just two of everything? Some Temp Forces. Actually, yeah, and it goes all the way to Scarlet Violet base. So it might just be two of everything. I can't tell 100% from in there. But then you also get the playmat, you get some dice, and then you get some damage counter. So in a deck box. So it's almost ETB-ish, but you get a deck box and a playmat along with it. And I think the big card is going to be a stamped version of this guy, which this is a very cool card if you're a collector and you're trying to and you're one of the master setters that is saying I need every version of every card. For those that don't know, you can master set just by getting the regular and reverse holo of everything and then finishing the set, or you can say I need all the pre-release promos and non-holo versions of exclusive cards that come from pre-release kits, or you can say I need every promo that essentially comes out that is connected to this. So you could do that. If you're that person, you can grab this Moltres, but I don't think that this Moltres has like gone crazy in price. So you could just chill on that, depending. But Ultra Premium collections, while some of them do well over time, you could have this feels more like the Stellar Crown one, the Terapagos Super Premium Collection, which now I guess is doing fine, but at the time, no, but they were not moving. The coolest card out of it was the energies, the nice reverse holo like glass energies, broken glass energies. So I'm not too sold on this from an investor standpoint. From a collector standpoint, I think this is dope. You got a Moltres on the front with the big R. It's a Team Rocket product, so it's got the Gen 1 nostalgia in it. If you're a collector and you can get these, then sure, I don't see why not. Next, to move into some of the big news, we finally got some Mega Dream news. We don't know the name of the English set. I think Poke Beach released an article maybe a day or two ago saying we're going to get it in the West on January 30th, but this comes out into the month, a couple days after Thanksgiving in Japan. You see the booster pack. It's a reprint set, so that's why you're seeing some cards that are not necessarily brand new to this set, but you got the Lucario, Mega Halucha. We haven't had a Mega Halucha reveal, but that tells us we're going to have a Mega Halucha in the set. You got the Terastal Pikachu, so I assume we're going to get a reprint of that. And then you got Mewtwo along with Electros and Mega Dragonite. This is the version of Mega Dragonite that we have. We still don't know what the SIR or anything will look like. There's been a few leaks that are probably fake, like the one where it's coming out of the beach or flying over the beach. I hope that's fake because that card's kind of whack. We have seen a French leak of the gold one, which I'm not a fan of the Mega Evolution gold cards. I think I'm generally not a fan of gold cards in general. But of course, if for the rarity hunters, that will be a big deal. But let's talk about some of these new cards. So we have Mega Electros for folks who are fans of this Pokemon in the new game ZA. The trainer that's associated with this also gets a new card. So the card says for Lightning, this attack does 60 damage to two of your opponent's Pokemon. And then for Triple Lightning, it just says Lightning here, but it's Triple Lightning in the attack cost. You discard 2, you do 190, and you do Paralysis. From a collector standpoint, and then we'll have to wait and see what the if this card gets an SIR, what it looks like. But from a player standpoint, this card is probably bad. It just doesn't do enough, right? It's tanky. That's 350 HP, but it doesn't do anything, right? Like 190 in paralysis. Paralysis is kind of annoying to deal with, but not really. You can switch out of it. And you have to play a switch card. Like you can't retreat out of paralysis. So maybe that's a thing. But Turo's still in the format. Jet Energy will be played in a lot of decks, especially with Mega Lopunny being in a lot of decks. So I'm not sure that Mega Electros matters from a playability standpoint. But if it gets an SIR, I think it could be really cool because people really like the trainer associated with it. And Pokemon is on this trend where they're putting some trainers and Pokemon cards. So we'll have to see. We'll talk about the Dragonite line. The Dratini is just a basic Dratini, but this card is cracked. The Dragonair, 100 HP. The attack kind of doesn't matter. It's Water Lightning for 60, but the ability matters. So Evolution Discovery. If this Pokemon has an energy attached to it, you may use this ability once during your turn. Search your deck for an evolution Pokemon, reveal it, and put it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Notice it doesn't say a card that evolves or a Pokemon that evolves from this Pokemon. It just says an evolution Pokemon. So that means, unless this is a mistranslation, that any deck that this ends up in, this is just to go get an evolution Pokemon. Max, it's another great consistency card. So another stage 1 that's cracked. This makes Mega Dragonite potentially better because you have essentially unlimited evolution search as long as this has an energy attached to it. For those who remember the Sword and Shield era, there was an item card called Evolution Incense, where it just said, play this card, go get evolution out of your deck. This is this on an ability, so you can't be item locked out of it. The only requirement is that there's an energy attached to this, which in the Dragonite deck, it seems like they want you to play it with Electric, that has the Dynamotor ability, which will be reprinted in this set. So having an energy attached to this won't be hard. Thick Scale. This card's weird to me. So Dragon Pokemon that this tool is attached to take 50 less from Grass, Fire, Water, and Lightning. It's essentially all the first partner Pokemon types. If you call Pikachu a first partner Pokemon, this won't. I mean, you could play this in some Dragon decks, but none of these types are hitting you for weakness. And Lily's Clefairy doesn't make any of these types hit you for weakness. So I don't know how relevant it will be. It doesn't, even with stuff like Megazord that does 90 per energy they discard, it doesn't save you from getting blown up by 90 because by a Megazord, because that's multiples of 90. This is reducing by multiples of 50. So we'll have to wait and see, depending on, they could release something that makes it relevant, but I don't think so. And then this is one, Kanari, for those who play Legends EA, this is the trainer associated with the Mega Electros. This is essentially the Iono clone for this generation. This card's going to get an SIR, and it's going to go crazy. So for my investor collector people, just be on the lookout because this will happen. We've got about 3 weeks. As far as my player people who wanted the Iono clone to do an Iono thing, for those who don't know, Iono says shuffle your hand, put it at the bottom of your deck, draw for as many prize cards as you have left. This card does nothing like that. This card says discard a card from your hand. In order to play this card, search your deck for 4 lightning Pokemon, reveal them, put them into your hand. So it's a setup card. It gets you a lot of Pokemon, so maybe it's a thing. And there's some synergy with the Dynamotor, Electric. You could discard a lightning with this. Go get your cards and then use Electric to accelerate that lightning, but that's like the only synergy. Not sure how good this is going to be. Depends on what lightning Pokemon are released. Especially, we still have Miraidon in format. Miraidon just has double Nest Ball on its ability, so Miraidon turns into 2 Pokemon, so I'm not sure you need this. Benefit, you can get evolution Pokemon with this, but we'll have to see. And then we have even more reverse hollows. So we got the Pokeball and Master Ball reverse hollows from the last couple special sets. Now you have energy reverse hollows, and they've changed the ball on this Badoo to a friend ball. So maybe they're all going to be friend balls. We'll have to see, but I believe this means if you're a master setter in Japan, you will need the regular version, the energy version, whatever ball version that it has, right? Whether it's friend ball or whether it's only friend ball or if they bring master balls back. Um, Essentially, if you're a true master setter, you will have a lot to collect when it comes to this set, which I think people love. I think it's done wonders for the numbers, for the sale rates for singles in Japan, as well as boxes. And then here we go for the collectors, investors. All these cards already exist for the players, right? And Gengar exists, but it's not legal quite yet in the West. But these are a big deal for the collectors, investors, because these are cards that either came in decks, so they didn't get special versions, or just have not been given a special version. Dragon Bolt players, I know, felt done dirty because we did not get in Terrasser Festival or Prismatic Evolutions any special drag. We got the like SIR Dragonite, but no Dratini, no Dracloak, or not Dratini, no Dreepy, no Dracloak. Well, here you are, and it's done by the same artist that did the Terrastal Festival or Prismatic Evolutions SIR. This is sick because now you can actually play a full rarity Dragapult deck. Before this, I think the max rarity that you could have is like Master Ball Dreepies, and then if you have the Play Pokemon Dracloaks that have like the Play Pokemon symbol in the middle. But this is relevant. These are some of the best cards. These are cards that are integral to some of the best decks in the game right now. And a lot of decks were experimenting with using the Dracloak engine as their consistency engine. So now you can play max rarity with that. And now the two hard hitters they gave us today. This is one people were freaking out thinking it wasn't going to come since it wasn't in Phantasmal Flames. Pokemon knows that they print money. I thought there was a 0% chance that this card didn't come out, that some version of SIR Gengar didn't come out. Remember, the last time that we got an alt rare Gengar was the Fusion Strike Gengar. It is a huge part of the reason why that's a $900 booster box right now, right? So, from a investor standpoint, I think that means whatever our Western version of Mega Dream, or even the Japanese Mega Dream booster box, now we got to look at it a little differently, right? Because the Gengar has shown us what it can do in an alt rare long term, right? So this card, playability wise, it's right? So I don't think players that like to max rate their decks will be chasing it or trying to buy it because it is not very good, or at least as of right now, it's pretty fraudulent. They haven't released a good enough attacker that warrants putting this in your deck. But from a collector standpoint, from an investor standpoint, this card is cracked. I will be probably master setting the English version of Mega Dream, and I am very excited to get this card in my binder. Now, it depends if they do the thing where they put this in a special collection. Gengar hasn't done that yet, and they already are releasing the Charizard one that will have the Japanese version. It'll have this card in it. So we will get this in a special collection. We won't get this in the set. So maybe that means that this card is safe and it will be in the set, but we'll have to wait and see. Another card that's from a battle deck that didn't get a special version is Marnie's Grimmsnarl. And as far as the investor side, if you're a singles person, this card has a Marnie on it. So if you're a singles making graded plays person, this should stick out to you and you should be on the lookout. If you're a collector and you like Grimmsnarl, you like Marnie, they just gave you essentially you're eating very good right now. They gave you something on a silver platter, and this card, I think this card is cracked. As far as the looks, I would, as a player, of course, depending on who you are, you don't care, but as a player, be on the lookout for people selling copies that come out of packs scuffed whenever we get the Western version, or that aren't gonna grade a 10, right? The centering's off. You might be able to pick some of these up cheaper. And we already talked about this new rarity that they're introducing for the set. This is the Mega Attack rarity. This is what our English version is going to look like. The English version will have the Japanese text for the big attack. So this says Mega Brave in Japanese, and obviously this says Mega Brave in English. This is the Japanese version that they're going to have in packs. So Let's see, these are just callbacks, and then this is the Mega Dragonite. I want to know what this SIR is going to look like. It seems like they're putting this guy, he's at the front of the pack. They're making him the poster child for the set. So that means his SIR is going to probably be the big hit from the set. We already know there's a gold version from the French leaks. So we'll have to see. Also, a lot of people like Mega Halucha. I really hope they don't scuff Mega Halucha because I love this guy and I really want there to be an SIR Mega Halucha so that I can put that guy in a binder. So that's Mega Dream there. And last part for before the end of the video is we got the 100, I think, yeah, the starter deck 100 battle collection. They do this every generation. And essentially, if you were to buy these, you would get a random deck that has that you may contain one of these EXs. The first EX that they gave us is this Charizard, Mega Charizard Y EX. It's a very basic looking starter deck card. Because it's in a starter deck, I doubt we ever get like an SIR for it or anything. So it's not something super big for the collector investor. But playable wise, we have to at least look at it because it's a bench sniper that can be played in a Charizard deck, right? I don't know how good Mega Charizard XEX will post regular like Terra Charizard EX rotating, but I think this having an option for bench snipe could be a good thing for it. The attack reads Plosion Y. Discard 3 energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 280 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So 280 bench snipe is crazy. And the only bench barrier we have in format right now is Shaman. And Shaman only stops bench snipe on not basic Pokemon, but on single prize Pokemon. So anything with a rule box can get blown up by this. And this is killing stuff like Pheasantipity. This is blowing up stuff like Squawkabilly. This is blowing up Mew EX. This is blowing up a Goldingo on the bench. Like, if you can power this up, which the theory now is you use something like Oricorio to power the actual attack cost, or to power the first two in the attack cost, and then you just chain ignition energies, and the ignition energy will discard itself each turn, and you can just blow stuff up. That's the theory. How good it is, we'll have to wait and see. And then you got cute Pikachu, cute Raichu. I think collectors will like these because people like cute cards. Urbane, this is your draw 3 supporter. I assume there will be a Tawny that's also a draw 3 supporter. And then this card, playability wise, Pokepad. We all wanted Level Ball back, and they gave us something potentially better than Level Ball. So this card just says, search your deck for a Pokemon without a rule box, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. No HP requirement, no like basic or stage 1, stage 2 requirement. This is essentially, I think this is going to be our Nest Ball replacement because Nest Ball does rotate. This just says, hey, it's a single prize Pokemon, go get it. So if you're playing a single prize deck and maybe it's based off of a stage 1 or stage 2 attacker, this can get you that. You could play this in the deck that runs off of the Dragonair engine, where you play this to go get a Dragonair, and then you use the Dragonair to go get another Pokemon. In my opinion, this card is better than Level Ball. It's more balanced than Quick Ball was from Sword and Shield, and it's a decent replacement for Nest Ball. So playability-wise, I'm excited to see how this impacts the format. And I think they said that rotation was announced in Japan, but I'm not sure. We anticipate rotation in the West to be the same weekend as Orlando Regionals, which is the week of April 1st. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, just wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys about what's going on. It's a lot of news all at once. It's pretty exciting. If you're a Japanese collector, you're about to eat good. I hope you can get boxes for a decent price. I might even want some Japanese singles here. If you're an English collector, this gives you an idea what to be ready for. They didn't announce the English version of the set. They didn't say, so like the Pokemon Center didn't put up our English version. It's probably because we got a while to go that we still have the Phantasmal Flames release. So be on the lookout in the next couple weeks for an English reveal and for that to go up so that you can get ready for the Pokemon Center queue that's going to happen. But yeah, that's all I got for you today, guys. Again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I gained a couple of subscribers over the last week, so thank you all for that. Let me know what you guys think about, again, the audio and the videos, the new camera angle. If you're still here in the video to hear this, thank you for watching this long. And yeah, again, it's been Poke Trainer Tyson here, guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.